Tap the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from the Indian Movie Channel.
Very excited यार. I'm Narcos तो मतलब पूरी दुनिया देख रही है. I'm just I'm old fan, so I couldn't have missed it. I'm really glad यहाँ पे premiere हो रहा है. I think just looking forward, yeah. And I think we're also releasing on the same day with Mirzapur. So मैं थोड़ा चुल मचाने आया हूँ.
Eric, this is your second trip to India.
This is my second trip. I was here December of last year for a movie called Bright, which we publicized here, and it was a lot of fun.
So, how are you liking it? I mean, tell us how was your experience being
I
in
love
India?
it. I think it's an amazing place. I'm sort of inspired by the diversity in the city. It's a very global city. It seems like someone told me there are 16 different languages spoken here. Is that possible? Is that
Probably
right?
more.
More?
Yeah.
Different dialects.
Yeah, different dialects.
And the food is spectacular.
You tried the food?
Oh my yeah, so of course I live for it. I went to a place called Trishna, which I like very much. I went to a place called Bombay Canteen, which I like very much. And what else did I?
Okay, so you're good on food.
I love it. Yeah, I very much so.
And I hear you're coming in from Singapore. So
I first heard stories about the drug war in the mid-90s. Communism had sort of gone away as the enemy that it was for so long, and all of a sudden this thing that had transformed America called crack cocaine had sort of taken such a toll, and it was a problem that we had ignored, and there weren't a lot of stories about it. There was sort of the typical Latin American drug lord who would show up in a Jack Ryan movie or maybe a episode of Miami Vice, but it hadn't really been examined. And so I started to develop it as a film. And what I realized about movies versus television is that in a 2-hour format, you can't really get to know a character in a way that you could see him as anything but bad. And the reality is it's much more complex than that. And so the characters that we depict, first Pablo Escobar, then the Cali cartel, and now Felix Gallardo and the Guadalajara cartel, there's a certain complexity that can only be achieved in the longer format. Well, the plan was always to take the story once we've completed the Colombian chapters. We plan to move the show to Mexico. We had perhaps thought we would follow chronologically from 1996 onwards. You know, the drug war in Mexico is still going on today, and it's many of the same players. But what we decided when we started doing the research is we learned it's impossible to tell the story of the drug war in Mexico without telling the story of the Guadalajara cartel and Kiki Camarena. And that period, which was 1980 to 1985, was really the beginning of it. And so to try and jump midstream into it would have done viewers a disservice. At the same time, we felt like this could be seen as a standalone, for sure. It could be the beginning of the Mexican chapter, but it's also Narcos Season 4.
now we want to get to know you a little better.
Okay.
So we're going to play this rapid fire game, which we do a lot, which I've messed up in a lot of times in my life. But I'm going to keep it very simple for you because I'm a kind human being.
Thank you.
So the idea is to answer rapidly.
Okay.
That's what's a rapid fire. Okay, so favorite scene or episode from Narcos so far?
The dance scene in Season 3, Episode 1, Pacha Herrera.
Okay. Yeah, I love that scene. A secondary character from the show that deserves its own show.
Oh, that's easy. Don Neto, Joaquin Cosio, who's the co-star of Season 4. He's great, right? Yeah, he's the best. He's our cast, the Mexican cast. These are some of the greatest actors I've ever worked with. It's amazing.
Okay, if you were to choose an actor to replace Wagner Moura, who would it be?
Tough one.
Yeah, really hard. Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay, favorite Spanish expression?
In Mexico, they say "no tiene madre," which means it's motherless, and it's a sort of a bad thing. If something goes wrong, Diego can explain it better than I can, but that's basically it, right? Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, one show that you wish you would have made. A show that you've watched that you.
Oh, The Sopranos. It's the greatest
Really?
show ever. Yeah, Sopranos is great.
And a story that you feel needs to be told.
I think the real story of Wild Wild Country needs to be told.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.